Welcome back to my channel. This is Gabby. If you're new here, then welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. Before you get into this video, I want to do another school vlog, so if you've been watching and keeping up with my school situation, I'll have a new one coming soon because it's still crazy. So but in other news, I got a PR package from Pixi and I wanted to go ahead and create a makeup look with the items that I received. So if you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. So I already did my face. I did my eyebrows and like my basic foundation and concealer, just because there's nothing in this video for my face, so I just got that out of the way. But I'll go ahead and show you what I got from Pixi, and I'm really excited to try everything out and see how it all looks and what I can do with it. So let me show you what I got. I can't really show you exactly how big it is, but I'll show you what's inside. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to take out is this. It's called Mind Your Own Glow, and it says it's a radiance palette. And I think these are all like highlighters. I'll go ahead and swatch them. The next thing that I'm taking out is an eyeshadow palette, and this is I think these are all collaborations. So this one they were collaborating with Tina Young, and then it has like a picture on the back of the person that they collaborated with. I'm not too sure who these people are, but this one, the first one that I showed you, is a collaboration with, her name is Denise. It's Makeup by Denise, and then her picture's on the back of this one. Let's see, on this side it's a cream rouge palette, which I'm guessing is like blush. So, and this is collaboration with Louise Rowe. And then this one is a contour palette. It's called the Shapeshifter Palette, and it's collaboration with Promise Timang. I'm not too sure how you say her name, but so I'm going to go ahead and start off with the bronzer palette, and I'll show you the swatches and I'll see which shade goes with my makeup look. These are really pretty, and they're really a good size of a pan. So what's cool is they have like some highlights in the middle, and then they even have these light shades so that you can highlight your bronzer color, and I'll show you what that means or how I use those light shades when they're available. So first off, let me go ahead and swatch these shades for you. I think I'm gonna go with these two shades here and see how that looks. If it's too light, then I'll add in some of the darker ones, but let's start off with the light ones first. These are pretty. So I definitely didn't think that it would show up that nicely on me, and I'm really impressed actually. I just do the corners of my forehead, and then I swipe it across my nose, and then whatever's left I just go under here. I'm impressed. These are really pretty. The application is also really nice and smooth. I didn't have to really like blend or pack it on. They're really pigmented and they're not like blotchy or anything. I really like these, so this is probably gonna go into my makeup routine because I'm running out of bronzer already. Next up is going to be this highlighter palette. And there's 9 shades. They all look really pretty. So I'll go ahead and put in some swatches of this for you as well. Okay, these highlighters are so pretty. I love pretty much every single highlight shade that's in here, but obviously they don't look good on my skin tone. Well, every single one won't look good on my skin tone. So I'm gonna go ahead and use probably like a goldy, the like yellowish goldy one, and see how that one looks on me. And I do want to point out, I'm not using a setting spray or anything. I just want to see how it looks if I were to just apply it just like this, dry, no setting spray or anything added to it to like make it really stick. I just want to see how it applies and how it looks. And I'm just going on the high points and like just blending it with my finger. They're actually really buttery. They look really good. They applied so smooth. Like, you don't even really need a setting spray. I don't know if everyone uses setting spray with highlight. I usually don't, but when they're kind of powdery, I do. And you don't need that with these. Okay, so that's the highlight. The 2 shades, actually used 2 that I used are, it's High Beam and Sunstone. So it's the 2 first outer ones. And those are really cute. They don't look too like powdery or shimmery. They're actually really nice. I'm really impressed with these Pixi palettes. Okay, so this one I'm a little confused about because it is like a cream blush. I've never been a fan of cream products like that. So we're gonna see how it works. And they're really small, so I'm probably just gonna use my finger again. I don't see putting a brush in there or something. There's actually 25 shades in here. I'm not too crazy about this palette just right off the bat because they are so creamy. Just watching them, they're like more of like a lips, like they should have been more of like lip paints. So I'm gonna use this shade right here. It's called Gentle, and let's see how it looks. Okay, so that's probably the best one that I could choose. I don't know if you can see it too much, but I can tell that it's there. And I'm just gonna blend it out with my bronzer brush because I don't want it to just be like one little patch of cream right there. So let me go ahead and blend that out. Okay, so now that that's blended, I'm gonna go back into the bronzer palette and use one of the light shades to clean up the cheek area like I was mentioning earlier. And I'm just gonna use a brush. This is a cosmetics brush, and I'm gonna use just like the most translucent shade, which is like this one right here. I'm gonna clean up the bottom. I really love this palette so much. So the shade that I just used to clean it up was Yak. So that's the cheek. I love the first two though. The bronzer and the highlighter palette are an A+, especially from Pixi. All of their products are great, but they're more like skincare known. So for them to have really good cosmetics products, that's a plus. So I'm gonna go into the eyeshadows. And this one has 25 shades as well. And let's just do like a nice little soft eyeshadow look. I'm gonna use this Veramona brush. It's just like a regular simple eyeshadow brush. And these are the shades. So they're very vibrant shades. I'm always really skeptical of like brands that are not focused on eyeshadows and powders and everything, like I was just saying, because their eyeshadows tend to be either like very chalky or very shimmery when they're supposed to be more matte. They're still shimmery. So I'm just really excited to see how they apply. They don't look shimmery at all. So let's just see what we're working with here. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna use the like really darkest matte brown that I can see is the darkest one here. Apply that out here, and I already have like some primer on my eyes, you can say, because I don't use eyelid primer, I use concealer. And I'm just literally making this really simple and beginner friendly, or if you're not into makeup and you want to use a palette like this, I'm just going to do a really simple shade so you can see how easy it would be to use. So I'm just putting that shade out here. So it is somewhat pigmented. It's not like, you don't get like the richest pigment, which is fine. It's not a big deal. And then so I think I'm gonna go in with, it's more of like a rusty brown, like orange color. I love those colors. So I'm gonna put that right like on top of that brown. Not all the way out here towards the outside, but like more towards the middle. It's also a really nice shade. So yeah, they're like fairly pigmented, nothing crazy. But like I said, that's fine. It's not a deal breaker. They're still really pretty shades. And then I'm gonna take it's called Crease and Soft Fade, and I'm gonna take those two on this like bigger brush to blend that outer shade that I have going on. And like I said, nothing crazy. This is really easy. Just swiping it, blending it so that I don't have any major lines. Like that cat eye look. So they blend nicely. They're not super chalky. They have somewhat of a chalky effect, but they're not chalky looking. And I mean, you can see that the colors there, they're definitely matte. let's choose a shimmer. And my lips are so dry because I was in the sun and they're like so crusty. But anyway, I really love like this green shade that's in here. There's two. There's like a dark one with gold, and then there's a more like, I don't know what you would call this shade, but it's like a green, like, I don't know, but it's pretty. Those two are really cute, so I think I'm gonna use one of these. I'm just gonna be bold, honestly, and like just use one right here. Okay, so for the eyeshadow palette, this is the look that I kind of just want to stick with. I'm gonna go underneath my eye and apply like a darker shade to just make my eyes kind of tie in together. And we're gonna use, I always like to use a darker shade for underneath, which is most likely gonna be this one here, and it's, I don't know if I'm reading these backwards or what. Depth. So I'm reading them backwards. So this dark one I'm pretty sure is going to be depth. Alright, so this is the finished look. I really love the eye situation. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of the formulas of all of the eyeshadow shades, but I'm pretty pleased with how they came out. They're very like summer friendly, so if you're just like ready to slap on some eyeshadow to get a look going on, then they work really good. Like, they're not bad at all, but they're just more on like the less pigmented side. But I love the blush, I love the highlighter. I wasn't a fan of the I love the bronzer and the highlighter. I wasn't a fan of the blush. It's just too creamy. I'm not into cream blushes, but if you're like more of the less makeup kind of person, you don't wear tons of like foundation or concealer or anything, I can see that working for you. But I'm pretty impressed with everything, and I hope you like this look that I was able to create. If you've used any of these palettes, then show me the looks that you've created. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and once again, like I always say, please subscribe, and I thank you so much for watching and supporting me. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!